Okay, guys. Hopefully, you guys could hear me, but uh, so wanted to do a video earlier. Just had to do some repairs. So we had some winds recently that um, basically put a an extra work to what I normally was gonna do. So some things broke, and then I had to repair them. Um, and there were things that I didn't think were gonna break because they didn't. They just haven't came apart this whole time. There's a car passing. Okay. So I just want to show you that, and then a little update to the cemetery. So this part of this tomb. Um, so I have the lunging zombie in here from the from Big Lots last year. Um, so this cover on this side came off when we had the winds like a week ago. So I had to fix this. So the way I fixed this was using great stuff foam. Um, and then I just the same thing how I added vines this way, like these vines like that. I did the same effect here. Um, Partly to cover the gaps where it broke, and partly to just give it a little more character. So I painted it in layers, and I think it came out pretty good. And then we have so I still have a mess I have to clean up over there on that side. That tombstone is gonna go somewhere over there. Let me just step back a little so you guys kind of see if the blue light gets it. Yeah, there we go. So kind of see how I have a green hitting from one side, and I have the blue from the moonlight that I'm trying to replicate with a blue light behind me, and then I have a yellow light. So the yellow light is I'm gonna replace these bulbs because these bulbs are too much wattage. At least the yellow ones are. Um, but for now, I'm just doing this for to show you what it's gonna look like. So in that little gap there is actually gonna be gravestone ghoul. I have them already, so I'm just gonna have to assemble them and put them there. Um, and then um, and then I had these tombstones from last year. Actually, these two tombstones that are crosses, I've had them for I want to say more than 10 years. I've had these tombstones, and so these tombstones are really old, except for that gray one, that one I got last year. These two are like some of my oldest ones. Um, and then this is another tomb with a pop-up zombie that my sister corpsed, and I helped her with that, and then I made the mechanism. And the mechanism, I kind of just borrowed the idea from another guy, but then I had to make myself. Right now it's covered in a bag because it was raining too, so this wall you can't see it very good, but this has also a lot of detail. Similar to how I did the vines here, I did the same thing to this wall. And then I want to show you the side part of the castle. So there's a side part that did come off. The not the entrance, but this is where the exit of the castle. And on your from where you're seeing right now, the left side where you see those markings, that's where it actually broke. Um, and I fixed everything using, again, like I said, I used the great stuff foam. Right now I have a green light shining on this. This is a like a um, kind of like a reflective light to kind of resemble like reflection of water. Um, I might change the position where the light is right now and then put in a better position, because I think from the position where it's at right now, if you're walking out, like exiting the castle, it could be blinding. So I want to avoid that. So I might position it someplace else. But more or less, that's the effect that I'm gonna try to aim for in this area. I don't know how good you're gonna see this. So I have pictures of the daytime on the community section on the YouTube channel, so you could see what it looks in the daytime. But let me try something right now. Um, okay, let's see. Okay, this might help. This might help out a little better. So I have these rocks, and I have a pump. And I don't know how good you can hear it, but it's moving the water, so it's not it's not completely still. Um, and then I got fake plants around it. So this is gonna basically be kind of like a swamp scene, sort of. The water's not that high, um, but it's okay. It's just to give you the idea. Like, this is probably either a swampish scene, or this is gonna be a scene where I'm gonna have some other characters around. Depends on what I could pick up this year in terms of Halloween props. Um, but yes, that's what this area is about right now. I have the pump going. So the pump is actually down in here. Let's see if I could point out. Kind of hard to see it, but it's there. It's that thing at the center of the screen. It's barely can see it, but it's there. And there's a tube that runs underneath these rocks, and it's just dropping the water on top of a slab of a cement slab. That's like a it's part of like an embankment wall brick. I have two of them on top of each other, and it has like a little design, kind of like if like stone, and uh, and so the water spilling over the top of that, and then the tube is hidden by the rocks, and I have moss between the rocks. I have this fake grass in between the rocks, some other fake plants around. That's just to give it. That's just to blend it in better, soften it up, and make it look kind of natural or kind of Hollywood. So, like, if you look at old Hollywood movies or shows like Bonanza, they really, I would call it dumbing up the scenes. It's not really fully natural looking, but it's enough to where it's like it looks nice. So that's what I did here. Um, so I have a lot of fake plants, just like in the cemetery. Um, I have a lot of fake plants over there too. So that's what's going on over there. And just so that's pretty much it with this update. Just wanted to show you guys that. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of fake plants I'm using. Um, that's great because then I'll have to water them. And then if you're wondering, well, what about the summer? What about the sun damaging these fake plants? Well, I could just cover everything with a tarp, so that's no big deal. Um, and that's what I've been doing with a lot of stuff, even the Halloween props. I just put a bag over them. I take the bags off, and all the motor stuff, that's all covered in bags, tightened, so they don't get wet. None of the stuff is getting wet. And even my lights, I cover them in bags. And then uh, right after, when everything passes, all the storms pass, I just test it, and it's working fine for me. At least for me, it's working fine. So I am in California, so it's a different type of climate. So the moisture, I think, after the rains are not so. It's not so like sticky, or it doesn't linger so much, so it doesn't become a problem. Um, but I do wait like a little while after the storm goes by, so Um, if there is any moisture lingering around that might harm the electronics, I let it vaporize, you know. So, so anyways, now the behind these lattice pieces, I still have to cover these um, with some type of cover that will block light coming from behind. So that's something I need to do. But other than that, just want to give you this update. I know I haven't posted a video in a while. It's because just been busy with different things going on. Um, been trying to get another video going, but again, just life gets busy. And and then I got these lights I need to replace because I found two other ones in the Dollar Tree that I think will work better, and they're solar, so I don't have to be climbing up on a ladder just to light these lights up. Um, so that's gonna be nice, and so I'm gonna replace those with some other lights. Let's see what else. I'm gonna cover the top of this of the castle, so I can start working inside the castle more, um, and doing designs inside. Working on the Frankenstein monster scene. Then I gotta get the equipment for the pop up vampire, the actual linear actuator. So I have to get that. More stuff to come. Don't know what the next video is gonna be about yet. Just wanted to give you an update though, and then so then stay tuned for the next videos. Again, thank you to all the new subscribers for subscribing. Um, Thank you for people who've been commenting in the videos and wishing me happy birthday for March 17th. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate what's been going on with people talking about both Trans World and people been talking about the new releases with Halloween props like Home Depot has been coming out with some amazing stuff. I'm really excited for that. Um, so yeah, keep it up. All the other YouTubers who are doing all those things, keep it up. I think that's really cool. Um, Guys like Halloween Dan, give a shout out to them. Think it's 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 like some other YouTubers like Monster Core, Upside Haunts. You know, you guys are really cool. I think Whispering Hills Haunt. I think that one's another good channel. You got if you guys are curious, you could check it out. If you haven't checked them out yet, do so. Um, and there's more that I'm gonna do a more proper shout out video. I think after this one, because I want to make sure I get the YouTube channels. Want to make sure I get these YouTube channel names correct. Mentioned correctly, and then I might show at the end of the video of the next video. I might actually show what the names of these channels, so that way you could look them up and see them. And anyways, so yeah, so that's it for this update. Stay tuned for more updates. The castle, the colors in the front of the castle. I think I've set I've I'm picking a certain pattern of colors for the castle. Um, so that decision I think is already made. I'm gonna stick to that decision, and and that's pretty much it. So again, stay tuned for more. See you in the next one.